Hello everyone, my name is Commissar Hecht and welcome to another edition of Warhammer 40k Battle Reports. Today's Battle Report is 1,000 points of Custodes versus Daemons of Khorne. I am going to be interviewing the Khorne player first, and then we'll be doing the Custodian player, and then we'll be going into it. Okay, so here's our Khorne player. Introduce yourself and...
I'm Benjamin.
Okay, and what got you into Warhammer?
Started in 2001.
2001. Okay, so you're 2001, so that's a long time. So what got you into it way back when?
Models.
Models?
Oh, they're cool. Third edition, Tau.
Tau, okay. What armies do you have?
Tau, Eldar, Grey Knights, Space Marines, and Khorne are my newest army.
Khorne are your newest army. Okay, which one do you think is your favorite?
Right now, Dark Angels.
Dark Angels, alrighty, okay. Alright, we'll be right back with the Custodes player, then we'll be going into armies on parade, starting with Khorne first. And we're here with our Custodes player. Your name, good sir?
My name is Steven.
Okay. How long have you been collecting 40k stuff?
Well, I started about a year and a half ago.
Okay, what got you into it?
You know, I basically knew or found out about the lore about just generally Space Marines. I hadn't known anything about, Warhammer in general, but I liked the idea of the Space Marines, and so it kind of slowly sucked me in. Right?
Okay.
I ended up starting to play Warhammer after not being able to play or do one of my other hobbies, which was Magic the Gathering. And so I felt like I needed a hobby that I could do every day, which is painting, building, etc., and also, get a chance to play within 50 miles, right, of where I live. So, anyways, that is the main reason that I got started, right?
And how'd you get introduced to 40k in general, or Warhammer in general?
I mean, I can't remember exactly when. I know I saw things about 40k. Believe it or not, I was getting, not that it was mixed up, but, there was different lore between, Sigmar and, just Warhammer in general. So when people were talking about Warhammer, I knew, I liked Space Marines. So in general, I'm just a noob, a rookie, right? Learning about it. But again, it was mainly because, just the space battles, huge battles, tanks, vehicles, right? Just love all that stuff.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, and we'll be going on Armies on Parade right next.
All right.
Okay, so battlefield setup is as follows for this 1,000-point army, this 1,000-point battle versus Custodes and Daemons of Khorne. The battlefield setup is we're using the Pariah Nexus cards. So we have Tipping Point. As you can see, all the objectives are set up per the deployment card and whatnot. Khorne has theirs. Custodes has theirs, and they're fighting for the ones in the middle. They have a special mission rule called Swift Action, so the units that advance or fall back are still eligible to perform an action in that turn, and then take and hold, which is at the end of the command phase, a player that holds an objective can score 5 victory points and make up to 15 victory points per turn. And each one has their secondaries. The Khorne has Call the Horde and Assassination. And then the Custodes have Containment and Overwhelming Force. So first, let's go Armies on Parade with Khorne. Blood for the Blood God. Blood for the Blood God. So just line it up and tell us what each one got.
All right, so we got a 10-man squad with the Bloodmaster. We got another 10-man squad with a Skull Taker. We got a Rendering Blood Throne, and another 10-man squad with another Bloodmaster and a regular, just 10-man squad with nobody.
Regular 10-man squad with nobody.
Strategic Reserve, we have the Skull Crushers.
The Skull Crushers. All right. Okay. All right. And now for the Custodes, walk us through what you got.
Sure. So what I've got over here on this flank is I have a couple of Alaris Custodians, so a unit of Alaris Custodians. In the middle of the battlefield here, I have a unit of Wardens. that also include the Vexilla, and we also have a unit of Venatari Custodians, which models come from Forge World. I've got on this objective over here in the back, I've got a unit of Vigilators, and on this battlefield edge, I've got my my Custodian Guard, led by my Blade Champion today.
And then in Strategic Reserve, you've got another group of Venatari, yes?
That is correct.
Okay, so Deep Strike and Deep Strike. It is going to be Khorne's turn first. So we'll be back shortly after movement. If there is going to be any shooting, we will record some of that, but primarily it's just going to be moving around objectives because you don't have any shooting pieces, do you?
I have no shooting whatsoever.
You don't have any flame troops or anything like that? Okay, yeah.
No doggies today.
Alrighty, so we'll be back with movement.
Everybody advanced.
Okay, so it's for the Khorne move 1, and really the only thing that they can do is advance. Because they don't have any sort of flame units, or there's no dogs with them, so there's no flame templates, etc. They've all advanced. This unit is looking to poised to capture this objective, and then that's really about it. You don't have like an ability to do like a 12-inch charge, right?
No.
Okay, all right. So this is going to be the end of Khorne Phase 1. Where Khorne is just moving into position and sprinting quick because he rolled 6 on this one, 6 on that one, and decent on these two. So these guys definitely were moving. But yeah, that's about it. We're going to go to bottom of turn 1 with the Custodians.
It might matter. Well, because you could choose different for each unit.
All right, so Custodians movement. They just shifted up a little bit, just to make sure that they were within range with their lances and their guardian spears. These guys did advance, so they're not going to be able to shoot, and they are on that objective. They also completed containment. So at the end of their turn, let's just read that real quick. One of more of your units wholly within 9 in a battlefield or more battlefield edges, not within your deployment zone. Select 1 unit on your battlefield edge. Each unit completes immediately. Each of the battlefield edges selected is contained by your unit. So basically, he's moved up everything outside of his battlefield zone. So he completes that unit. So at the end of his turn, if the battlefield edge is contained, he gets 3 points up to 6. So once he's done with his turn, he'll get 3 or 6 points. So that's basically all the movement was just shifting up just a tiny bit. And now it's going to be shooting. We will be back after the shooting phase, and really the only thing that they can see for shooting is this unit is going to pepper that unit right there. So these 2 units are going to pepper that 2 unit. We'll be right back after the shooting phase. Okay, end of Custodian shooting phase. The Wardens and the Venatari shot into this unit of Bloodletters. Only 3 were wounded because the Bloodletters made 2 5-up invulnerability saves against the Venatari, and then only 3 wounds were able to be given out to the Bloodletters from the Wardens. So that is going to be the end of Custodian shooting. Charging, I don't think that they make the distance. Imperium has 2 objectives. The Demons have 2 objectives. Containment was completed, and so it's just by a hair. Imperium's up by 3 points at the end of turn 1. Okay, Khorne movement. The Skull Crushers deep struck. These guys advanced. This guy just moved. Oh, sorry. These guys moved. This guy moved. they advanced. Those guys advanced, and then the red ones just moved. Right? They advanced. Sorry. Advanced. Just moved. Deep strike. All right. Even I get confused sometimes. All right. There's no shooting, so we're just going to go into the charges. We'll be back after the charges are declared and charges have been made.
And 5 and 5.
Okay, Khorne charge phase was semi-okay. These guys managed to charge into the Guardian Spears. The Deep Strike Blood Crushers, Skull Crushers, were able to... Oh, they are Blood Crushers. Okay, so the Blood Crushers were able to charge into the other Custodians right over here. These guys did not make their charge, and then these guys were too far away for some of their charges. So it's really the fights that we're going to be looking at are these two right here, and then that group right there. And we will be filming the dice rolls for these two because they are a little bit more expensive. And we're about to get into the, what's it called, Devastating Impact?
It's called Brass Stampede.
Brass Stampede. So, on a 4-up, Brass Stampede does what, 1 wound?
3d6.
3d6?
So that is a 3d6.
Yep.
Okay, so 1 and 1 damage.
1 damage.
1 more wound.
So, do you have an ability to negate a mortal wound?
A mortal wound.
Probably not.
Let's see. What's that?
We'll be right back. There we go.
Down there so they can see the rolls. Alright, so we'll go ahead on
So,
3.
6 attacks on 3s. Only 1. Oh, sorry, only 2, sorry.
Alright, and your toughness, sir?
Toughness is 7.
Okay, so it's going to be on 5.
Yeah, no, they're right here. Okay, they're listening.
Only 1.
Alright, 1 goes through, -2.
So AP minus 2. My save is 2 plus.
So it'd be 2, 3. Minus 1 would bring it to 3, sorry, 4.
4. Yep. So I need to roll 4 up to save this. No.
That is a 1. Do you want to re-roll?
That is the question. Based on what just happened.
I mean, how many wounds do they each have?
3?
So
Yeah.
it's going to kill one.
Yeah.
It will kill.
It will kill one guy if you don't re-roll.
Let's CP reroll. You're going to jail. Let's CP reroll.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
4, save.
Okay, perfect. Now, Brass Stampede, not Brass Stampede, the Juggernaut's Bladed Horns.
Alright.
4, alright.
Okay, so 4 attacks each, so 1, 2, 3, that's 12 dice. Good lord.
Get that out of here.
I don't think any of them missed.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, weapon skill 4, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
There we go. And 6, and yours is 7, right? Alright, so it does have Lance, so I get a +1. Okay.
So, for the Lance, each time that they attack, so weapons with Lance and their attack profiles are known as Lance weapons. Each time that they attack with a weapon, if the bearer made a charge move this turn, add 1 to the wound rolls. Alright, so their strength is 6, but because they charged, it is now strength 7.
So it would just be +1.
Oh, sorry. +1 to the wound roll.
So I'm going at something that's 7.
7.
I would need normally I would need a 5. Now
So it's 4. Yep.
Okay. So that would even include my guys.
Yep.
I mean, in this matchup, I'd love to know.
Okay, that is
Have everything else.
5. at -1, good sir.
So 5 at -1, so 3 ups. The ups. All right, how many do I need to try and say?
5.
5 at -1.
So made it, and 1 damage to you, sir.
One went through, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And how much damage is that?
It's only 1, so the one that you've already damaged, now he's at 2.
2. Let me double check. Make sure.
How many wounds he has left?
And I apologize, I gave you the wrong information. They have 4 wounds there.
4 wounds.
Okay.
So I apologize for
No
that.
problem.
Alrighty, okay. That'll be it for this recording of the fight phase. We'll do a recap after the fight phase is done. Well, yeah. I'm saying a recap. We'll do a recap. Alright, so fight phase has concluded, and it's the bottom of turn 2. 1 Juggernaut did get eradicated. The Custodes still has 2 wounds. And the Custodian player used counteroffensive stratagem and interrupted the fight over here and wiped out 8 bloodletters. These bloodletters did attack, but they failed to wound. Action on Lassus is the bottom of turn 2. The Custodes have moved. This group has shifted over to aid their brothers over here. And then this group is still locked in combat. The strategic reserves are still in reserve. So the score right now at the bottom of turn 2 is 10 and 16.
So you have how many? 10?
I have 10.
Okay, but I'll score after oh, sorry.
You should have scored at the top of your turn.
So I just had this one, and we're tied over there.
Sorry. He has. Sorry, my mistake. Tied over here. So for the score for that is Khorne has 10 victory points, and Custodes have 11 because they completed a mission, which was containment. By the way, you need to pull another card. Right. So you got to get rid of that card. And what is your new one? Cleanse. So at the start of your shooting phase, 1 or more units within your army range of an objective marker, not within your deployment zone, completed at the end of your turn. Unit performs this action. Is still within range of same objective marker and in your control. So you have to get one that's objective, that is not within your deployment zone. If completed, if the objective is cleansed by your army, 1 objective armor is cleansed by your army this turn, and then 4 points if it's 2 or more. So, in order to cleanse the objective marker, you have to get rid of them, or you have to control this one.
Got it. That would have been helpful, I think, in the beginning, but that's okay. I don't know that it was going to change that much. So the question becomes, do I shoot this unit or do I shoot that?
You can't. They're tied up in combat.
Oh, I cannot?
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't really change anything.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that is the end of the movement. This unit right over here moved over, and they're going to support them, and then these guys are tied up in combat. So we're back. We're going to be in the end of the shooting phase. We'll cover shooting phase at the end of the turn. Okay, so shooting kind of went as expected. Out of a 10-man unit, they're down to 5, and that was combined shooting from the Venatari and the Guardian Spears. So that's basically the long and short of that. Now we're going to go into the fight phase, and really there's only 1 fight to be had. Well, there's 2 fights to be had, I should say, but really 1 that only counts. So we'll be back after this phase is done. All right. Okay, so bottom of turn 2. Now it's officially bottom of turn 2. I know you guys are never going to let me down in the comments. Now officially bottom of turn 2. The bloodletters have been wiped out here. There's 1 blood crusher left, and these guys are basically just kind of stayed still and provided fire support for those bloodletters right there. So that's the end of the turn. I believe it is going to be top now. It's top turn 3, and then I think you have to make a battle shock test. The Khorne has to make a battle shock test.
All right, and
Yeah. Go ahead, do
well,
it.
I gotta do my.
Hold on. Did I need to score at the end of my turn?
No.
No. You're
Just get it. Oh, for your.
Mostly for this is what I'm asking.
But you didn't cleanse. They're still an objective. Oh no, because isn't that blood pressure? Hold on, we'll be right back. I think we got some scoring that needs to get done. Okay, as Khorne's doing his movement phase, he's made this objective sticky. That objective is still sticky. This objective is uncontested. No one's got it. And then this objective is contested. Although now that the bloodletter's on there, it'll be Khorne at the end of it. The scoring so far is still 10 to 11. And that's it for right now. We'll be back after all of the movement, and I think what we'll do is, seeing as Khorne doesn't have any shooting, we'll just go straight into covering the charge phase after Khorne does all of his charges. Okay, so movement is as follows for Khorne. These guys moved up. This team advanced and moved, I want to say. Yeah, advanced and moved. The Skull Crusher, the blood chariot.
Rendering throne.
Rendering throne.
It's all right.
Rendering throne.
Rendering something.
Yeah, rendering throne moved. These guys moved, and then the Venatari Deep Struck, capturing, if they stay there, capturing that point.
Oh, there's
So now it's going to be Khorne charges. Let's see what happens.
We'll do a combat right here.
All right, so hold on. The charges were as follows. These guys charged in there. Combat is they charged in there with the blood crusher. This guy tried to make it, but only rolled a 6, so he wasn't able to get over there. That would have been a 12-inch jump. So, but unfortunately, no such dice. So the score on the bottom, on the top of turn 3 is 20 to 11, and then we'll see what happens at the bottom of turn 3. Okay, Khorne movement and charging was as follows. Khorne basically moved all the way up. They did charge these guys, took out two.
Good job.
Took out two custodians.
It's still, you're winning on points.
And they also charged over here. They didn't land any wounds on the Terminators, but they're overwhelming the Terminators, and the Bloodletters lost 2 over here from the original 6 that charged. So really, it's kind of been a back and forth, especially on this objective. I did screw up on objective points. It's actually 16, not 11 to 20. So the Custodians are only trailing by 4. So that was my mistake.
I've been trying to, yes.
But yeah, it's been a tight game, very close game. Now it's the Custodians' turn on the bottom of turn 3. We're gonna see if they can pull a victory. Okay, so shooting phase went as follows. This Bloodletter group just got peppered. They went from 10 to 7. Skull, the Taker of Skulls has not been wounded, and this one did get shots, but no wounds.
Yes, sir.
So now it is the charge phase. Go ahead and make your charges. We'll be right back after this. Okay, so it is the end of turn 3. The chariot got taken out by the Venatari. The Blood Crusher finally fell to the Terminators, and then there was a lot of back and forth attacks between the Guardian Spears and the Bloodletters. The Guardian Spears lost 2 of their number, but the Bloodletters just got wiped out to a man, to include the Bloodmaster. the Khorne player is going to concede the game because there's only a third unit left and the Skull Taker, and the points scores right now is 20 to 28. So even if he could claw away to a victory, there would, like, points-wise, there wasn't much left. So, gentlemen, the good game handshake.
Good game,
man. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and we'll go for closing comments and interview, and then that'll be it.
No problem.
Closing thoughts here. There's an asterisk on my win because I did get a lot of assistance today. I'm actually a newbie here, so Benjamin allowed for me to get help, and he helped me along the way as well. So I can't say that I can claim this victory necessarily, although the way it worked out, sure, I won, but you know, I had an awesome time. It was super fun. Benjamin's awesome, and the folks here at Green Tower, Al, Oscar, just everybody here is pretty awesome, so I appreciate their help.
Okay, all right. What do you think you could have done better? I know this was like your first official game, but what could you have done better in your mind? Sure.
There were a couple of plays that I missed. There were some units that I could have moved up, so I'm certainly missing some opportunities. I didn't play optimally. I definitely had some units that I missed. I know that I missed an attack with my Blade Champion as well in the beginning of the game. So, yeah, certainly just actually making sure that I keep track of everything, as well as like pulling my whatchamacallit,
the objective cards.
The objective, so my objectives for each turn, etc. So it's really just playing the game properly that I need to work on for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, your thoughts on the game?
Great game.
What could you have done better, if anything?
What could I have done better? The blood letters. They're just squishy. That's just what happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
It's a great fun army to play.
Would you switch out the unit roster at all?
Probably. I'm going to try to get a Bloodthirster in, see how he rolls with that. I wasn't too satisfied with the Chariots or the Blood Crushers, so we'll see where it goes on that one. But just remember, ABC, always be charging.
Okay, and that's going to be it for this battle report. I hope you guys liked the battle report, and it feels like stop and start and whatnot. This was more of a learning battle report, so just understand that the pauses and not covering all of the phases, because Steve was asking a lot of questions and he wanted to learn how to play the game, and I'm always down to help help people play and do all that stuff. But if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Join my Facebook, YouTube, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment on below. And my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.